throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pointers. Dead homies got me pointers. We get awards, but we got the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My spot superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. Takes it at the 7. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Cousins looking to put it up right away. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. Boy, Dalvin Cook just so explosive in the open field. He's not a small guy either, but once he gets those legs churning, look out.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour. Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Fred Warner. The 40, the 30, the 20. And into the end zone. Pick 6 for the 49 as they score a touchdown. It's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift in momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
And he will get in to make it 8-0. They wasted no time showing how aggressive they're going to be in this game. They get the quick score, and then they go for 2, CD.
Surf's up, partner. And when surf's up, you ride the wave. They felt great about that quick drive, put in the end zone. Why not go for 2? They felt comfortable with the play call that they had.
And the home crowd loves it. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this goal. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So already trailing, Charles, they opted to try to take a shot on their first play from scrimmage. Obviously, that one didn't pan out.
Absolutely not. And how about the momentum that's being created now? You score, you take it away, big return. You got a chance to go up 2 touchdowns here early in the game. That'll feel great for their team.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now Purdy. This will be caught at about the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. Throwing here, Purdy. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out, throw it across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. It's such a costly interception. Nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. And they'll go for it. Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown pass. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up and good, 15-0 here in the first quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now an end around as Cousins have just popped this forward. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, what looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Osborne. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. To the air again, it's Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Oh, he didn't spike it, he faked it. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. Back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Cousins. That's caught at the 2. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And oh, it's wide right. No good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15. 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Here's Lance to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Lance looking to throw it.
Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, 49ers.
Deebo Samuel,
85 yards.
and the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it in practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these two-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for two and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on two-point plays as well.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
A first down throw for Cousins. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go.
The Lance going to throw. He'll buy some time right. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Ready.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll get this down to the 48-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off of play action, here's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number. He's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So, boy, that's already the third they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter.
Ready. Go. Hey, go field.
And Lance again going to keep it. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Play action. Now it's Lance. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Here's Lance. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. He's at the 50. 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, and he's had a heck of a game so far, up over 100 yards receiving already. And it's not all been air yards as we saw right there. He's so good that when he gets space maneuver, he can often turn it into a big play after the catch.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your path.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 15-yard touchdown ground. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Joseph now to have the PAT. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15... the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. On 2nd and 10, Lance flush to his right. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Daniil Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Following the interception, Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken a 4th quarter lead. Joseph on for the extra point. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing now is Lance. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniil Hunter giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their 2nd pick on 2 drives.
Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, 32 yards. And the Vikings are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Joseph now to have the PAT. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On 2nd and 12, Lance forced out to his left. And this one too low.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The Niners on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there's a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion.
On the double.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. McCaffrey running up the middle. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning.
Okay,
the last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
43 rail.
To throw, it's Lance. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the goal line and into the end zone. Touchdown for the Niners. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from a yard out. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
52 blaster. Red cycle.
Here's Lance. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the 4th. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook.
and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll try the middle with Cook. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake.
Yeah, surely, without a doubt. Because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on a